Now, as a part of few the approvals and data ownership, I will just take a 5 minutes for this to explain both things. And for the approvals in FashionNX, there is a approval process available, and in this we can create approval templates. Okay, so we can create approval template. This is one of the template created for the cost sheet. There are few documents for which you can create the approval templates, which is one is that production plan, which we already seen. There is a cost sheet which we can for which we can create the approval template, and also for the time and action plan we can create approval template. When we are this is just like a standard one itself, so we can activate originator and stages of the approval that can be a defined, and again the term we can define it. Next, in the stages itself, the stages are used of the SAP B1 itself, so we can create the stages in the standard only. And definitely according to this, you will be able to set the approval on three documents. One is that plan, another is that cost sheet, and next is the uh, time and action plan. In data ownership, you can enable the data ownership here through the setting itself. So if you enable this, okay, so it will start, like the data ownership will activated for the FashionNX forms, especially. So to do a data ownership, you have the default form there. So in that, you can define the data ownership here, and based upon that, it will like act according to the configuration for the peers or subordinates. You have been the creator or not, the according to the manager. Definitely the similar setting which we have to do here as well. Like we have to define definitely the user, and the linked employee we have to define it for the employee master data. And we can set the roles and teams differently. So for the users, which based upon that, the ownership will work. Important is that exactly on which object or which the forms the data ownership is applying. One is that the merchandise, different merchandisers are doing the working with the different styles. So they do not want to see, or the privacy of the data should be get applied on the styles. So that is why the style master on the style master data, if there are two or three merchandiser teams, so they won't be able to see the other teams style master data, because in style master data itself the cost sheet is also available, so they cannot see that. Apart from that, similarly for the sales order documents, which you can see here, for the sales order documents also, you will the same thing will get worked we have created. That is why the owner is available in each form. So as and when in style master data the owner is available, in sales order also the owner is available, and in the bill of material as well the owner is available. So currently in these documents we can have a the data ownership facility. Further, the configuration is again depend upon the how we have to configure the data ownership. Yeah. So just I will take a 1 minute for the cost sheet. We have already short with the time, but we haven't explained the cost sheet. Now you can see when we enable the data ownership, you won't be able to use this particular navigations now. Whatever you have to do it through, you can find you have to use it the find button here. And for the cost sheet, just I want to showcase the costing GemCal. Okay, in this particular on style master data, you can see there is an option available for the new costing. You can go there And in costing itself, there's an option available for which item you want to, which color of that particular style you want to do a costing. Then you can go for the cost sheet type. We can create different cost sheet type from the like from the here itself in Style Master data. You will be able to see the cost sheet costing type, so that you can create it here. You can create a template for this. So there we can create a template, so this way the template is different template we can create it. So these are all templates we can create it. How we can create the template? See, this is the one of the template which is the larger one. In that, we can define some the values as a predefined, exactly how much percentage need to calculate it for which, because the profit should get calculated 6%, and like administration charges should get calculated 6% based upon the whatever the total is coming from the raw material and other things. So this way, that is possible to do a costing. And when you are doing a costing, definitely related items to this particular cost category will get populated there. Based upon that, you will be able to do a costing. What are the consumptions we are doing here? So like 20, this is the 1.2 something is the consumption, and this is required. I required a 6 rivets. The rejection can be included, like 3% rejection is there in this, the prices. Based upon that, you can recalculate the, whatever the okay, it will ask me to update the exchange rate. I will say that I require the cost sheet in the local currency. Okay, that has been calculated. In case foreign exchange rate is applied, so that also can be entered here. And based upon that, you are like you can say that USD. I can put some value here like 87 or 86 something, and I can recalculate here. So it will give the foreign currency price also, and we can send it for this cost sheet up for approval as well. And when we do this, you can see here in the cost sheet tab also. One is that budgeted costing. There is another is final costing, and on this particular costing itself, we can generate the BOM. Okay, so we can generate the BOM of the fashion and will get generated, and which will come in the draft mode itself. Okay, now again the data ownership is applied, so that is why GenCAD. So let it be, but definitely we'll be able to generate the BOM from here itself. And there is a just one thing is to be add. Whatever the other charges or things are available in this particular cost sheet apart from the raw material, need to link a non-inventory item which should have at least the standard cost, which we can set at a 1 rupees or something, which can be a part of your POM. So again, you can duplicate this particular cost sheet, that facility available from another style also. You will be able to duplicate this cost sheet. So thank you so much. Thanks for listening. Thank you.